All right.
3. Got it.
Got it. Okay, welcome to the first annual media day. 2024, we have the girls volleyball program up, so we'll kind of talk about last year's recap. I know that we ended on a really good note. So, Kendall, why don't you talk a little bit about last year and your expectations this year?
Yeah, so last year it was, one of our best seasons we've had. Actually, it was the best season in the Lincoln Way West history for girls volleyball. So ending up, I think, 29-9. So our post play was 2-1. So we actually took regional championships, and we also took first in conference. The girls, I have all but 2 returning starters back this year, so my expectations are high. Their expectations are high. I think we're going to have a great season, and we're ready to get rolling.
Awesome. So with high expectations, great finishing as juniors. Now you're all seniors. That leads into probably a little more pressure, wouldn't you say, Caroline?
Yeah, but it's good pressure. I think we're all excited, and like the camaraderie and like all of us, we're like everyone that's coming back knows each other, so it'll be a lot easier than like if we didn't.
Awesome. Erin, talk to us a little bit about taking on that leadership role and guiding some of the younger kids into what your expectations will be.
I think that as all of us, like for the seniors, it's like really important to lead the freshmen and show them the way, and like show them that like we don't want drama, we just want to like come together as a family and really like show them how to be their best selves.
Awesome. Ellie, so this is it, your final season. Talk to us a little bit about what you would like to bring to the table for that.
I mean, obviously last season, we had a really good season last year, so just want to keep building off of that, and last season of all of us together, just want to keep building together as a team because I love playing with these girls, so just trying to be my best self for this year so we could do it with my team.
So Kendall, why don't you talk a little bit about your 3 seniors that are up here right now today, and let us know what positions they play, where they're at, and go from there.
Sure. So Ellie Decker and Caroline Smith are my outsides. They started last year. They were my starters last year. They were my starters this year. And they command the court. They pretty much don't come off the court. They're all six rotations. They serve, they pass, they play defense. They are offensive, they block, they do all of it. And so that's a really hard position to play in the sense that if you end up going 3 games, it's long, it's tiring, and they are getting a lot of touches. So on ball and offensively. So we expect a lot out of them, and that consistency. They have to be the leaders on the court. They're there all the time. And they do a really good job of that. So I had high expectations last year for them, and they surpassed them. And I feel like they're going to do the same this year. Now with Erin was a right side last year, second team right side, and this year she is filling some very big shoes in a middle position. So Erin has been working tirelessly to compete against 6-foot+ blockers. How tall are you?
5'9".
5'9". So she is working really hard, and she is coming along. My expectations for her are high as well, and I am constantly reminding her of what she needs to do in that position. It's a new role for her, and she's doing a great job with it. And I love the fact that this is her opportunity to start and be on the court, and she's taken it. She's like, I got it, coach. I'll do it. And she never once did she hesitate to say, I'll fill this role, or I'm not sure if I can. She was like, I've got it, I'll do it. And I love that attitude. I couldn't ask for anything better. She works so hard.
So nice. So what was last year? It sounds like you said you had a very successful season. What was your most memorable? Was it, you said you won first?
First in conference and regional champs.
And so all you ladies are seniors. What has been your most memorable moment besides that one? Or your most exciting thing that just has a place in your heart for being here at West all these years?
I think from last season, one of my favorite times was when we went to Edwardsville for our tournament, where we took that tournament and it was something new where we got to travel and do an overnight tournament with our team. You know, felt like this earlier in the season tournament really started us off well, taking that wins and, you know, getting to be together for that overnight tournament really helped us all connect at the start of our season.
I would agree. I think the Edwardsville tournament really brought us together since it was one of our first tournaments. And when we took it all, since it was new, it was like very exciting and brought us together and closer, and it was just a lot of fun.
I also agree, but also just the vibes of like the regionals. I know you said like not to talk about this, but it was
No,
just,
you could.
the energy was just so like in the gym, it was so high. Like
Yeah.
it's
So
like
exciting.
there's nothing that could beat that.
Fantastic.
Awesome. So we're going to rewind a little bit and we're going to talk about the Edwardsville trip. I know your head coach, she kind of talked about scheduling last year and wanting to do something different. So we went into that direction. You're going back this year. So Kendall, why don't you talk a little bit how that came about and why you chose to do that and what you felt was the benefits from it.
Sure. So we are I feel like one of the most difficult regional sectionals, all of it. Our conference is a big conference. We play some dynamos, and every one of our top schools in our conference have Division I athletes. We do too. And we can finally say that we do too. And they needed confidence. They needed wins. They needed to know at the beginning of the season that they are worthy and that they can win. And I said, let's go play somebody different that we've never seen before, but they have to be in the top in the state. Like, I want them the top in the state, but in a different region. And I thought if we could go down to Edwardsville, because I knew they had a good program and I knew they had this big Tiger Classic, I said, I looked at a couple of different options, and that one looked like a good fit for an overnight to bring the team together. And I think when the girls don't know who they're playing, they play like so uninhibited and they just go for it. And yeah, we went 3 with a couple of teams there, trying to work out our kinks at the beginning of the season. But in the end, we took everyone and we kept building our strength. And they were like, wow, we are good. We can win. And I wanted them just to feel it. And they felt it at the beginning of the season, and they took that momentum forward. And we're going back to Edwardsville again. And fingers crossed, and all things and all health willing. And we're just going to go and we're going to take them by storm.
So do the ladies know how you're getting down there this year compared to last year? I mean, last year, what'd you take?
We took a hot school bus in 90-degree heat for a 4-hour trip where I shouldn't even say it. Like, I was so motion sickness. Like, I was like sitting there with a garbage can on the trip home. I was like, this is not good. I'm going to be sick. Like, it was terrible we win and we're trying to celebrate, but we're literally melting in the bus seat. I was like, we're so great. And so I did tell the girls this year, we're going by coach bus. We're going to have some air conditioning. We're going to really kind of enjoy the ride.
Soft seats with the
Yeah,
material.
soft seats where we're like, hey,
that you don't stick to.
Look at us.
So that brings us to the next question of your strength of schedule is unbelievable. The area that we play in is well known for how strong we are. Our SWSC, the conference is loaded. We have to contend in that every year. This year, you're opening up against St. Lawrence. Why don't you talk a little bit about your schedule this year?
So we played around a little bit with the schedule. So last year we added that tournament. This year, I just wanted to make sure that we started strong with good competitors. And so we picked up St. Lawrence and we picked up Lyons Township. And I just thought that was a better opener. Every year we've kind of been building, and we switched up a couple of our openers. But I remember when I first started 6 years ago, we opened up, I think, with the team, and I think the mentality was we always want to take that first win. So we'd always open up and we'd be like annihilating this team across the net for the most part as the years kept building. Oh, this isn't fair. And it doesn't serve the purpose to, I don't need the win. We don't need the win. We need to play the best. If you want to be the best, you have to play the best. Clear out this schedule. Let's bring in the top of what we've seen and what we will compete with. And that's what we did. And I'm super excited for Monday. I know we start and we get nervous and in our home gym and everything, but we got to work those kinks out, and we're always going to have kinks in that first match, and we know that. But these girls have so much experience, and they have such like good, positive hearts for one another. They're just such great teammates. I haven't seen a group like this. They care about one another. That I know that when something goes wrong, they're just going to pat them on the back and go right forward to the next one. They're mentally tougher than I've ever had in my career here. So I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely something to build off of. Now I know all three of you have played club all summer long. Caroline, you're entering your senior year. Talk to us, have you made a decision on colleges, where you're at? I know you're a two-sport athlete. You also do basketball for us, which is unheard of to have a volleyball and basketball athlete. And she's done both, and it's been impressive. So why don't we start with Caroline? Talk to us a little bit about your summer and
Well, the club I play for is First Alliance Volleyball Club, and they're like, my teammates are incredible. Like, it's crazy to be playing with them. And this summer we went to Las Vegas for nationals, and we ended up placing third in the open division, which is like really good. Yeah, it was fun. And then for like continuing on after high school, I committed to Drake University to play volleyball.
Awesome. What made you choose Drake?
I visited it over the summer after they like were interested in me, and I really liked it. It's like outside of the city, but it's a smaller school, so you get like kind of both of those vibes. And like the people there, like in the Midwest, I love the environment, and the coaches and the players were really great too.
Nice, great school. Erin, why don't you talk to us a little bit about your summer?
Your travel is at volleyball. You do have travel.
Yeah, so I've never played club volleyball before, but I do club softball. So I played travel softball like for a long time, and then that's what I plan to do in college too. So I'm looking for a school currently to play softball at, but I've never played club volleyball or anything.
Another two-sport athlete, which
Impressive girl.
we do tip our hat. We encourage multi-sport athletes here at West, and you know I have watched Erin play on the softball field. She's amazing, and I know this is a great asset to have. She competes on the softball. She'll compete on volleyball. It's we've just heard you're taking on a new role. Why don't you tell us about that new role? Are you feeling good about it, or that was probably a big change for you?
It definitely was a big change, but it was exciting, and I know that I have my team there to help me if I have any questions. And there's just like a bunch of people that are willing to give me tips and all of that in case I need anything, so it's nice.
Awesome. Ellie?
Well, I play for Uno, and I've been playing there for pretty much my whole volleyball career, past 7 years. So love that team. And then I am looking to play in college, and this summer I went to a lot of camps. I'm going to go on some visits next month, so I'm still trying to find that perfect balance for me between volleyball and academics, just searching for that balance.
High academic kid as well. We got 3 very, very smart ladies up there.
And Ellie does have offers. She just isn't sure which route she wants to go yet. So, I mean, that's a great position to be in, that you have offers.
Coach, how do you feel about Ellie's game compared to this time last year? How has her game evolved in any way?
Oh my gosh, we have been sitting in practice, Coach Condon and I, my assistant coach, and we keep going like, where did this serve come from? It is it is so much more powerful, and then also I've just noticed like her arm swing too is just a little bit different. She had been going to different camps, she had been to different trainers, trying to perfect her arm swing offensively. And she is just, when you think there isn't another step to gain, she proves us wrong. Like, I'm just really impressed with her development and her want to keep developing to be that collegiate athlete too. It's been really impressive, and I'm really excited to see her get on the court Monday.
So kind of a follow-up question on that. So I'm thinking of from a baseball perspective, if a pitcher changes, say, like an arm angle or something like that, you could be apprehensive because possibly that could lead to some kind of different movements. But
The yips.
well, no, I mean more like if the arm moves differently, then you might not be sure exactly how her body's going to react to that arm movement. Did you see anything in the new arm swing that made you nervous, or
No.
do you encourage tinkering with other coaches with her? I guess is what I'm asking.
I am not nervous about what I see in the arm swing. I kept kind of telling her last season, like, you are going to have shoulder problems. Like, it helped her reach, because the way that she would swing was like super elongated, but it's not really conducive over a long period of time for your rotator cuff. And I was like, you really need to get back and trigger forward and roll it. Like, I was like, we videotaped her. She has seen her swing a million times. And she was like, I know there's something I got to do differently here. And so she went to, like a specialist in that area of like the shoulder and that swing. And I'm not worried at all. Like, I really like what I see.
All three seniors, forgive me. Are you senior as well? All three? Okay. And do you have any, I guess I'll start with you and go down. Ellie, do you have any team you would prefer or you enjoy beating the most, or a team you haven't ever beat before that you feel like you need to beat to graduate a success, if you will?
Well, you're just adding fuel to the fire for.
Yeah, this is like
Yeah,
the
that's
Billy
a
Goat
loaded.
curse.
That's
Like,
a
we don't
double
really
loaded
wanna-
question. We're gonna
we
skip
really
that
wanna answer
question
this.
because you're giving opponents a reason to beat us.
That's the X on your back.
Yeah. So we'll skip that
You
question.
know who you are.
Yeah, we do. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm gonna go with, okay, so we're gonna switch a little bit of a gear here. So Kendall, you've been around a lot of good programs. You were head coach previously for, why don't you take us through your history, and then also tell us why you chose here? What drew you to Lincoln Way West?
Yeah. Last night we had a parent meeting, and I just threw this in, looking at my staff and myself, like, we're lifers, and there aren't lifers left for coaching. I feel like I have a staff of lifers, which means we played it. We played in college. We coached club. We coached, well, not all of us, but some of us coach college ball. It's just a part of who we are, and that is who I am. So I'm a parochial school girl, went to an all-girls Catholic high school, and went to state my junior year, played club for a couple of different programs. They no longer exist, but I lived in Minooka, and my dad would drive me all the way to Payless to play for a team called Spikettes. They were amazing, and went on to play. I went to St. Francis High School, I went to St. Francis College, and from there I came to Lincoln Way, and I started coaching in '93, and then I actually was more into the boys program, Varsity Boys, and so I took their first Varsity Boys program to state in '99, and at the same time I also delivered my son at the night of super sectionals, and so I couldn't coach them at state, but I came directly from the hospital with a car carrier to sit on the bench and watch my kids play. And from there I was going to raise my family, and so I left Lincoln Way, but in that all plans come aligned. I got asked to coach my alma mater at St. Francis, and I was their women's volleyball coach for the next 3 years. And in those 3 years, I also had 2 more babies, and I decided to take a little hiatus and raise my family. And then I coached club off and on, different clubs. I won't plug any one, but they're all good. And I started back at East again, like in 2016. Coaching the boys with Chris Fiore, who happened to be my former state player, and I loved what I was doing. And then all of a sudden I saw that West had an opening and for girls, and I was like, you know what? It's time. It's time to go back to the top and start running something. And I chose West because one, it's the one Lincoln Way that I hadn't been at. And I saw that there was a need. And I will say that when on the opposite end of the district, it was not hard for me to win. It wasn't. I had really large numbers of athletes coming in and really, really good kids. And we just won. I didn't know like how to lose. Like really, it was really, I don't know that it made me the best coach because I felt a little complacent because they just did what they did and it was great. And I loved what I did, but I was like, I'm coming to the end of my reign of this lifer position. And I want to build something. I want to make a difference again. And this is the school to make the difference. I saw this school and I was like, this is the diamond in the rough. Like this, nobody knows this. Like I feel like as our enrollment grows, as the kids come in, and I'm also an AP Lang teacher, English teacher here, I see these kids all day. I love this school. When I say West is the best, I mean West is the best. Kids hold doors for you. My kids transferred, one of my kids transferred in here when we moved, and it was his senior year, and he said to me, Mom, I've never met like so many people that were so kind to me that didn't even know me. And I believe it. I just believe from top to bottom, whether it's sports or the classroom, West is just doing something different. We still have this kind of small town feel about us, but we are getting bigger and we're getting stronger. And I feel so grateful. This is where I want to end my time. I want to build something. I want to make a difference in kids' lives, and this is where it's going to happen.
Awesome.
Beautiful. Really beautiful.
Erin, when you switched from softball, when is that? Is that officially like end of July, or when are you done with softball for the year and then start volleyball?
Softball is
Never
it's
ends.
kind of year round
Right.
basically. Our like tournaments and all of that start up in the summer, like right after school softball, so like June they start up, and then it goes till about August, and then fall ball will start up soon. So I'll have like some practices coming up, and then like we'll have fall tournaments, and then it kind of like dies off in the winter a little bit more, but then picks up right back in the summer.
Okay. Do you notice a need for any kind of mind alteration or more fitness if you switch from softball to volleyball? Like, I know it's year round, I guess, but is there any kind of like, I need to focus more on this aspect of my body or my strength or my fitness when I switch to volleyball?
It all kind of ties in. Yes, there's like different like exercises and like techniques and all of that like fit in with it, but like I take what I use in volleyball and I'll put it in softball, or like I'll take what I use in softball and use it in volleyball. Just like quick feet and all of that stuff, like I use for both, and it makes me better.
Carolyn, did you watch the Olympics by chance?
Yes.
Was there any specific team you liked watching, or did you have any players you admire?
Well, obviously Simone Biles. It's always a good one to watch. I watched a lot of the beach volleyball and indoor volleyball, and then some of the basketball, mostly the men's basketball.
Are there any, I don't know the history, are there any of the Olympic athletes from the Chicagoland area, specifically volleyball? Has there ever been a volleyball player that has gone on to play in,
I'm sure there have.
I do believe that somebody in beach was from Illinois.
Okay.
In one of the teams, or started or originated here, but then maybe relocated to California
Sure.
or something for their beach experience or something. But I thought I saw something on there when I was looking through some of it, but I can't really remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And Carolyn, did you draw any inspiration when so let's say you're watching beach volleyball or whatever, do you hop up and go like hit with a friend or something, or is there any like extra motivation, like you already have some already to be successful, but is there any extra when you watch something like that?
Beach volleyball is really fun to play. Like I go and play with my friends a lot. There's a court like a couple of streets over from my house, and so every now and then we'll go over, especially in the summer. But if my sister's home, we're always like, can we pepper? Like let's pepper. Like when the weather's nice outside, and like that's how like all of it like really started, was from her. And so we still love to just go outside and pepper whenever we can because it's fun and enjoyable. I love it.
One final question.
Sure. Hit it.
Who are your athletic inspirations, mentors, or players just that has inspired you to love volleyball?
One that I'm like close with is obviously my sister.
I was gonna say your sister. So
Yeah,
that's
she kind of like this is like she made me start playing pretty
she
much.
was a volleyball player.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Here.
Here.
Yeah, here. And even before I was, she'd like grab me and I was like, I couldn't even pass the ball. I was like 9 years old. And she'd like start hitting them at me. And I'm like, I can't.
She's like, you're gonna learn.
And she would like yell at me too. I'm like, Abby, like I'm 9 years old. Like this is not gonna work out well. But like I started to get used to it and then like I would go to her tournaments and I'm like, Mom, like I kinda wanna play, like this looks fun. And so that's what kind of started the whole cycle.
You, Erin.
My mom probably. She played volleyball basically all her life, and she always wanted me to play volleyball. So like when I finally started playing volleyball in 6th grade and 7th grade, like it really made her happy, and then she would help me on and off the court. So yeah.
How about you, Kendall?
Oh, me?
Yeah, I'm going all the way down.
It was kind of a family affair. My cousins run Uno out of Joliet. My one cousin played for Syracuse. Was 4 years older than me, and I kind of watched the family. In every family event, there's a net up and games going, and I think that's probably where I started to want to play. But that's really it, family.
Yeah. And Ellie?
Well, my mom was the one who first encouraged me to try it, and because she played. But then, as I kept playing and growing a love for a game, and started to watch like collegiate athletes and watch the professional teams, that kind of just like made me realize how big the game could be and how much room for growth there was. But then, honestly, my biggest inspiration to keep improving myself is my teammates with all the support they give me and just to keep growing as a team together.
Nice.
You're good? All right, ladies. Well, I appreciate you coming out. I know the expectations are high, so with that, it comes a little bit of pressure, but we know that you can handle it. We're looking forward to your season. Enjoy this moment, enjoy this ride. No matter what, you put in the work and the preparation, you guys are gonna succeed. And, sports is not the end of all of everything, but, all those lessons that you're gonna be learning is what it's all about. So enjoy this moment. I hope that your bus ride down to Edwardsville is much better than last year. Start that year off right, and thanks for coming out. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good luck. Good luck.